Hi guys, it's Lori from Home Right. It is January 12th and it's kind of chilly out here today in the garden. Earlier this week on about, I think it was Monday, January 7th, we went out into the garden and we added some fertilizer to each one of these beds. We opened up those that had frost cloths on it and we sprinkled in some coop poop, which is I think it's a 2-3-4 organic pelleted fertilizer. We actually wanted to use a pelleted fertilizer because we thought it would be a lot easier in the garden just to be able to sprinkle it around and then scratch it in around each one of the plants. And we really seem to be liking this. Very easy to use. Part of the reason why we did that is we knew the very next day it was going to rain. So we wanted to make sure the pelleted fertilizer was in prior to the rain. So after we put the pellets in, we covered up any of the beds that actually still had the frost cloth on it, and it rained the next day. It not only rained, it was also incredibly high winds. So overall, these frost cloths did very well, with the exception we actually had 2 beds where we had tree limbs actually fall down on it. And this is actually one of the beds where the tree limb fell on it. And I did want to open this up just to take a look. And for the most part, the onions look perfectly fine. One or two of these look like they're kind of leaning over a little bit. I didn't actually videotape the tree limb. Keith got to it and took it off before I got here. And the only other thing that I noticed is these had kind of caved in. So we probably need to readjust these to kind of bring them back up a little bit. But all in all, not so bad. One of the frost cloths actually got a little tear in it. But really, they held up pretty well considering the high winds that we had. We did actually lose power for about 24 hours. So thankfully, we have a generator. We kind of plugged that in order so that we didn't lose all the stuff that we have in our freezer. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this back up, and then let's go check out the greenhouse. So here's the other bed that I was talking about, where a tree came down, and you could see there's a little tear here, but it's really not that bad considering the limb that came down onto this bed. So one other thing we did notice, which is either us in not tying these correctly or the winds, that I think we just need to kind of tighten these back up and retie the ends. They're a little bit loosey-goosey, kind of even over here. You can see kind of on the looser side, so we definitely have to get in and readjust these and tighten them up because we do have very cold weather coming. It'll be in the 30s at night and possibly down into 19-20 degrees. So we really want to re-look at these frost cloths and really tighten them up for the cold weather coming. Here's another good example where the knot has completely come out on this one and it's wide open. So got to clean these up a little bit. So while I'm out here, I figured I would go ahead and pick a little bit of greens so we can make a nice salad tonight. There we go, a whole bunch of kale and collards. All right guys, let's go into the greenhouse and see what's going on in here. Keith went ahead and fertilized all of these plants using the Thrive liquid fertilizer. So let me give you a quick tour of what's basically in the greenhouse here. This whole section here is a whole bunch of citrus trees, lemons, limes, oranges. Then he's got some all different colors of hibiscus, some pinks, some reds, and even some yellows. A little bit of holy basil, not doing so well, and a little bit of oregano. Then down here is the wavy leaf plants. We have a couple of lavenders started. And I think these are butterfly bushes in this area here. And in the back here, we're experimenting with a couple of plants. Keith is overwintering a ghost pepper plant and an eggplant. Not too sure if these two are going to work out. And then a couple more experiments down here. It looks like we got some pomegranate trees, a couple of mints, a few azaleas, a couple of rosemaries, and then a couple more of the citrus trees in larger pots, basically. And then the last thing that we have is a couple of grow bags with potatoes. A banana fingerling. Let's see, there's purple Peruvian. What else? Another banana fingerling. Another banana fingerling, which these guys for indoor, inside the greenhouse are really doing fantastic. So far what's going on in the greenhouse seems to be looking really good. So I hope you guys like this video. It's just a quick update on the fertilizing, what we're doing in the garden. So if you have any comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next video.